Hi dear friends and subscribers. Welcome to the Cricket Happening Show. Well, as we were talking about for 2 days, we have been covering the ICC World Cup qualifiers. As I said, if cricket is a full-time job for me, well, I can cover cricket in any part of the globe. I would like to talk about cricket for 24 hours a day if I could do that. Well, but unfortunately that's not the case. I am also having my time constraints. I have to go to my office, so a lot of things to do. So unless and until it becomes a full-time job for me, I can entirely devote my time towards cricket. But well, I feel so sorry that I won't be able to talk about cricket a lot. But well, as usual, the ICC World T20 qualifiers, if at all I have time on this broadcast, I will come to that. The reason being, the international cricket matches which were not there for a couple of days suddenly springs back to life with two matches coming up. One is the Ashes series is about to start. It is about to start at the Gabba in Brisbane, and this is going to be starting tomorrow, that is 21st of November. So 21st of November is the first test match between Australia and England, and what a series that is going to be. Well, so what I would like to do today is I would like to do a brief preview on that match, and then we have the the other thing is that West Indies after getting a drubbing 2-0, and also with Sachin Tendulkar finally retiring from all cricket, now the focus will shift on to the one-day internationals. Now for West Indies, well, they would be hoping that they do well in the one-day internationals. So now we are shifting to the one-day internationals. The first one-day international at Kochi is going to be played. It's going to be played with India and West Indies, and I will talk about that. So I'll do a brief preview on that. So as I said, unfortunately, and probably with time permitting, we'll also go to the ICC T20 World Qualifiers just to know what exactly happened there. So what I'm going to start off is, let's start off with the India versus West Indies one-day international, which is going to be starting in Kochi tomorrow. This is the first one-day international. Now Kochi, unfortunately, one has to say, there has been rain. There has been rain which has been following Kochi. Now if at all the rain stays away, that would be good, because you know that Kochi does not have very good drainage facilities, unfortunately, and there is rain forecast in the morning and also for the evening. So the toss is going to be very vital. Whichever team actually wins the toss would probably like to, I mean, it is a decision which has to be taken, because as you know, once the rain falls, and the opposition which is bowling will have a tough time actually gripping the ball. So considering that, probably the team that bats first will be probably tempted. In fact, they would be in two minds whether to bat first or to bowl first. It will be very interesting to see who wins the toss tomorrow, and who actually gets to bat first. So that will be pretty interesting. So both the captains would be absolutely noted that. But only thing, I'm told that during the afternoon there are not going to be any showers, so that is good. But morning and evening, well, let's see when the match starts, whether it is a day-night encounter. Yes, I do see that. Yes, it is going to be a day-night encounter. It's going to be at 1:30 local time in Kochi in India. And well, just doing this preview for India, let's talk about West Indies, because India, as you know, they are on a roll. They have been doing well. But again, one thing one has to really be pretty guarded against is that this is not something. Test matches are different. One-day matches are different. And for one-day matches, what one has seen, the trend that has been set, as we all saw, and a lot of captains have been coming up, like Mahendra Singh Dhoni, Kyle Mills, the Sri Lankan captain. Everybody have come out saying that the rule which says that only three or four people in the circle during the non-power play overs, that really puts the spinners at a disadvantage. Now that has been seen, and what has happened is that India has run up some huge scores with Rohit Sharma in fact going on to make a double century too. And I was telling you whether if this is going to be the case, whether this is going to be the trend as far as one day cricket is concerned, with runs being smoked all round. And India went on to, even though they won 3-2 against Australia, it was a very high scoring matches. So if this is going to be high scoring matches, let me tell you, West Indies definitely have that they are the Calypso brand of cricketers, and they like to be pretty aggressive, and it will be very interesting to see how they go. So, and whether we are going to have the same case where lots of high scores are going to be made, and one hopes for the spectators' sake that will happen, and I wouldn't be surprised if that happens, because the rule which is there as far as cricket is concerned currently really puts, as I said, the bowlers are really at a marked disadvantage. Well, just talking about the game, for West Indies, they have a new captain. Even though Darren Sammy is in the team, Dwayne Bravo is their specialist one-day captain, so he is back. But West Indies, one would remember that they don't have one of their kingpins as far as hard-hitting batting is concerned, and that is Kieron Pollard is missing due to injury, and that would make a huge difference for West Indies, no doubt about that. Well, for West Indies, the opening would be done by Chris Gayle. Chris Gayle, one thing which is going to be seen is that the battle between bat and ball when Chris Gayle is batting, and especially against Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, because Bhuvaneshwar Kumar has bowled very well to him in the IPL, as I have always been telling that he bowled very well to IPL, and also we saw that in the test matches he tested Chris Gayle a lot, and he also had his wicket a lot of times. So that is going to be a real testing session for Chris Gayle. Now whether he is going to get over that remains to be seen. So that would be the key as far as Chris Gayle and Bhuvaneshwar Kumar battle is concerned. Johnson Charles is a wicketkeeper batsman who would be actually opening the batting with Gayle, and he has now become a specialist one-day player, Johnson Charles, and he is also a very good a batsman who likes to attack the ball. He can hit it over the top. And then they have some classic batsmen coming in the form of Darren Bravo, typically made for one-day cricket. Marlon Samuels, well, he loves one-day cricket, and he can really put the attack to the sword with his batting. And then we have the batting looks a bit strengthened. Narsingh Narayan, the all-rounder. Lendl Simmons is coming number 6, so that will greatly strengthen this West Indies cricket team. And Dwayne Bravo, captain, coming in at number 7, so that would be something. As we all know Dwayne Bravo, what a person, what a player he is, and what a way he can play. I mean, he can play any type of game, and he's a 100% performer, whether it is with a bat, whether it is with a ball, or whether it is in the field. And then Darren Sammy, we have seen in Darren Sammy, West Indies, Darren Sammy has played some wonderful one-day knocks. I mean, if at all the team needs a lot of quick runs, he is there to do that. And even in the sloggos, Darren Sammy can really punch a few over the ground for sixes. Such is his capability. And then Sunil Narine, as we were talking about, that Sunil Narine was missing, the West Indies' best leg spinner, and this was voiced by Brian Lara, the former great cricketer from West Indies, that he was surprised that Sunil Narine didn't play in the test matches. So that would be interesting to see. And Sunil Narine always loves one-day matches and T20 matches. He's a specialist over there. And then another good thing for West Indies, according to me, is Ravi Rampal is back. Now Ravi Rampal is a much improved bowler, as you know. Now he has become the sort of the mainstay as far as the West Indies cricket bowling is concerned. And Ravi Rampal can bowl in good areas. He can also throttle the runs, and he's not a easy bowler to really get runs off. And he will also pick up the wickets. And then Jason Holder, who actually played in the IPL, also is a wonderful bowler. He can also really keep the scoring down. So it would be pretty interesting, but still I felt the pace attack is lacking a bit of teeth as far as West Indies are concerned when they are bowling to India. But well, time will tell the story. And let's look at India. As far as India are concerned, India, as I said, all the batsmen are in pink form. Rohit Sharma, Shikhar Dhawan probably could get his form up a bit, because I mean, if you look at it, in the previous, I mean, in the test matches, Shikhar Dhawan couldn't get much runs. He didn't get any centuries. So Shikhar Dhawan would be longing to play a very good innings here. Virat Kohli and Suresh Raina and Yuvraj Singh would be under a bit of pressure, because Mahendra Singh Dhoni has already sounded that he wishes that Suresh Raina and Yuvraj Singh get some runs under the belt. The reason being, they didn't have it so good against Australia, and one would be hoping the words that Mahendra Singh Dhoni, the Indian captain, echoed would really ring in the ears of Suresh Raina and Yuvraj Singh, and they would really put up a good show in this particular series against the West Indies. And Ravindra Jadeja, who was missing the test matches, and he's become a one-day specialist person for India. He's another person who will contribute in all the three departments of the game. And then Ravichandran Ashwin, not only is bowling now, his batting is also is a big asset for India, because he already has 2 test centuries under his belt. And Ashwin's bowling is something that the West Indies have to be wary, because in one-day matches, Ashwin is a different type of bowler. He will bowl a different line, and he can make it very difficult for the West Indian batsmen. And then the bowling would be in the hands of Mohammad Shami, who did well against Australia on the one-day international. That's the precise reason he merited inclusion in the team for the test matches in the test match against West Indies. And he's already had a wonderful debut, taking 9 wickets on debut. And what else? I mean, his confidence is absolutely sky high, and he would be operating with the new ball with Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. Now, as far as Jaydev Unadkat or Mohit Sharma is concerned, I would be tempted to feel that I think is the right time for Mohit Sharma to be inducted in the one-day international, given a chance to bowl. And one only hopes that Mohit Sharma gets an opportunity, because I thought he has done well in the IPL, and that's the reason he's here. But as I said, there's a lot of competition. But I think Mohit Sharma should be given an opportunity tomorrow at Cochin. Well, all said, I think we should have a very good one-day game. Obviously, with the rain gods really staying away, one should have a wonderful game of cricket, and there'll be a lot of aggression for sure when the first test match the first one-day international series between India and West Indies takes place in Cochin. Well, that allows me only some time to do a very brief preview of the Ashes test series, which is coming up tomorrow, with the first test being played at a very pacey and bouncy Gabba ground in Brisbane, and that's a curtain raiser as far as the test series is concerned. And for Australia, well, their bowling attack is looking pretty sharp. Mitchell Johnson has really started hitting his straps now. His pace, he has got back that old swing back, and the bowling attack. Peter Siddle, as you know, he's a fire. According to me, is a real a fired up pace bowler. And then Ryan Harris, another very good bowler, and the bowling attack looks pretty sharp for Australia. Nathan Lyon would be the off spinner, but one is tempted to feel whether they would, and looking at the probables, probably Nathan Lyon would play. And the Australian batting, Chris Rogers, who did well in England when Australia played against England, he would be opening the batting with David Warner. David Warner will be back, and Shane Watson will be coming one drop probably. Michael Clarke, the captain, is back after that after missing the tour of India. Stephen Smith, who did well against England last time, is also there. He will contribute in all departments of the game. George Bailey. Now, George Bailey, as you know, he got a lot of runs against India in the one-day international, and that has prompted the selectors to give him a place, and I think he absolutely merits that inclusion, and I'm sure he's going to take the opportunity with both hands. Brad Haddin, the wicketkeeper, in the middle, as you know, he's also full of full of enthusiasm, and his batting is also slowly really picking up right now, according to me. Bowling attack I've already spoken about. So Australia look pretty sharp in the sense they're going to be played at the Gabba in Brisbane, and I'm sure Mitchell Johnson and Peter Siddle would be just itching to bowl at the Gabba in Brisbane tomorrow. And it's, because basically the Gabba pitch in Brisbane, it gives the pace bowlers a lot. It gets you lots of pace. It gets the movement for you. And the forecast that says is that it's going to be very sunny there. It's around 30 degrees centigrade at the Brisbane cricket ground, but but also I'm told that there could be some storm or some rain showers probably in the other 4 days. So the first day should go on absolutely clearly according to me. And as far as England are concerned, well, they are absolutely on a roll, there's no doubt about it. But England have to really put their socks on pretty quickly, and I'm sure we all had there was a sort of a question hanging up, like who is going to open, and Michael Carberry, on the dint of his performances along with Alistair Cook, where in one particular match which was washed out, they went on to make both the openers went on to make centuries. So that has been decided. Alistair Cook, the captain, is also looking in good nick. Michael Carberry is also looking in good form, and Alistair Cook and Michael Carberry will be opening the innings. And Michael Carberry, as you know, was a choice of the former Australian leg spinner and commentator Shane Warne too. So I'm sure Shane Warne would be pretty happy about this decision, that Michael Carberry would be opening the innings with the English captain Alistair Cook. Jonathan Trott would like to probably put up a better show than what he did at England. In the last time when he played against Australia, Jonathan Trott could not get lots of runs under his belt, and I'm sure he would like to turn that equation around this time. And for Kevin Pietersen, it's a great match for him. It's a big landmark for Kevin Pietersen, as Kevin Pietersen would be playing his 100th Test match, and what a feeling that would be for Kevin Pietersen. He truly deserves that, and he's one of those great batsmen from this English cricket team. And he's also making his comeback, as you know, and I'm sure Kevin Pietersen would be there to really do something of absolute importance when he plays in his 100th Test. He has already sounded that. Ian Bell, and then Ian Bell, as you know, what a classy batsman he is, and what a perfect Test player he is. And as you know, last time Ian Bell, when he played against Australia, he scored tons of runs against Australia, and he would like to keep up that same habit there. And then Joe Root coming in at number 6. Now Joe Root is another accomplished batsman now. Has already cemented his place in this English cricket team, and he would be another player to really watch. And then the wicket keeping, probably one would be tempted to feel that Matt Pryor would be doing the wicket keeping, but whether Johnny Bairstow will get a chance, I think Matt Pryor, my choice would be Matt Pryor to do the wicket keeping, because he can also bat. And then look at the bowling. The bowling is as sharp as ever, and I think as in the bowling department, I would rather say that Australia and England are looking absolutely equal, because for England, James Anderson with the new cherry is going to be absolutely deadly with the swing and movement that is afforded by the Gabba pitch. Stuart Broad would be giving him company in the sense Stuart Broad would be sharing the new ball with him, and Stuart Broad is also, as you know, he is also another wonderful bowler who teams up very well with James Anderson. Chris Tremlett should be really he would be making a comeback, and he would be hoping that he really gets his line right. If he can do that, that would be great, because one thing for Chris Tremlett, according to me, on this Gabba pitch, and especially in Australian pitches, I think Chris Tremlett would do a great deal, because there would be a lot of bounce for the bowlers, and Chris Tremlett would fancy his chances there. And then Graham Swan, the world-class off-spinner, would like to weave his web around the Australian batsman and see to it that he picks up some very important wickets. Well, that leaves me just a chance to go for a quick update. In the meanwhile, I'm giving you another update here before I go. It's that, as you know, today there is a match which is going on. This is the first T20 match as a return series, where Pakistan are already in South Africa, and 2.3 overs have gone by. There was rain actually a delayed play, and I'm taking you live to the ground to give you some scores here. And what I see here is that Pakistan have won the toss and elected to field, and South Africa are the ones who are batting first. And South Africa in the third over are 17 without loss. The openers are doing a good job. Hashim Amla is not out on 9 of 7 balls with 2 fours. Quinton de Kock, the talented bloke from South Africa, is not out on 8 of 8 balls with 1 4. So it's a 20 over game which is being played. Yes, this is the first T20 played between South Africa versus Pakistan, and is played at the Wanderers, the bouncy pitch in Johannesburg. And as I talk to you, Anwar Ali, who's making his debut today, is proving very costly, as Amla has actually hit him for a boundary. The score has moved on to 21 for no loss. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give you an update on the YCC T20 World Qualifiers before I go. And as far as the update is concerned, I'm just waiting for the update here. The update is that Bermuda today lost the match against Afghanistan. Ireland lost. Ireland, in fact, put up a huge score of 216 for 3 with their captain William Porterfield hitting a century, unbeaten century at that, and that enabled them to beat USA by 75 runs. Namibia lost to Hong Kong by 8 wickets. And Nepal lost to Netherlands by 5 wickets. And Netherlands went on the top of the tables as far as the ICC World 2020 qualifier is concerned. That gives me only that much time to really relay some news about the T20 World Qualifiers. That's it from me, your host Ram, for the cricket show for today on the Cricket Happening Show. See you all tomorrow. Until then, so tomorrow I will be there with a match report, probably with the Australia-England first test match, and also the India-West Indies first one-day international of the series. Until then, it's goodbye from your host Ram. Thank you.